Hello, psychologists. This week we're going to be talking about the second week of our unit all about language and thinking. So, the work for this week is you gotta click on materials, and then you have to click into quarter two, and then you have to click into thinking and language. That's why we got the little asterisks. Last week we talked about language theory and how people develop language over time. This week we're going to be talking about how thoughts form in your mind and how we make decisions. So if you can believe it or not, if you press play, you can actually see a thought in the brain of a fish. They haven't cut people's brains out yet and used people's brains for that. So we have the brain of a fish that you can see an actual what a thought looks like, as neurons fire in the brain. It's pretty sweet. Okay, work for week 2. Watch the webinar, take notes. I'm going to post a video in here on cognitive development so you can see what the cognitive development PowerPoint looks like. During class this week, we're going to take just a little piece of that PowerPoint and sort of talk about it. So the first thing is to watch the webinar and the video here. The second thing is, remember this footage of the thought up here. This explains a little bit about how the footage of the thought was created and kind of what they learned from studying this fish's brain. Pretty cool. And then you yourself are going to explain how a thought is formed. So you're going to use this article here from Footage of a Thought and a little bit from the Cognitive Development PowerPoint, and then you're going to explain how a thought is formed in your brain, like physically. Like what is it? How does it actually get created and then transferred into your mind? And then you're like, ding! Oh, I have a thought. The other assignment is Smarter Than a Fifth Grader. I don't know if you ever watched that show. I like to watch that show because I can look at it and be like, yes, I am smarter than a fifth grader. Yes. Mostly. Sometimes, they have some hard questions on there sometimes that I don't remember back from fifth grade, but we'll set that aside for now. Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, though, is about just a little bit of an explanation about it's really just kind of encapsulating a bunch of information that we've had over the past, month or so, right? The question is, why is it usually so much easier to learn a language when you're younger? So, we're going to talk a little bit about memory, a little bit about perception, a little bit about language, and a little bit about how thoughts are formed. And so, I want a couple paragraphs about why it's easier for a young kid to learn a couple languages than it is for, generally speaking, than it is for older people to learn a couple of languages. Talked a lot about that last week in the webinar and in the video. And then, once you've done those two things, we have a little quiz here for cognitive development. Okay, so take good notes on the video, watch the webinar, do the assignments, and you're going to have an easy time on the cognitive development. If you don't take notes or you don't watch the webinar, you don't watch the video that's going to be here in a little bit. As soon as I'm done recording this, I'm recording a video for cognitive development. So if you don't watch the video on cognitive development, you don't do the assignments, this test is going to be hard. So take good notes and you'll do great. And that's it for this week, guys. We're coming up on, we're getting close to the end of the quarter, the end of the semester, and close to winter break. Thanksgiving is next week. So, we're getting close to a lot of things. So try and keep up. Next week, you don't have a lot of stuff due, so that would be a good time to, make things up if you need to. I want to point something out, though. Do you see the due dates on these? These aren't due next Friday because, we'll be on Thanksgiving break. These are due next Monday, December 2nd. I guess not next Monday, so it would be the next Monday, December 2nd. See that right here? December 2nd. Sorry, at our Gateway site now, apparently we have these giant announcements that are so loud, so hopefully I cut that out. I tried to edit it out. Okay, so I don't even remember what I was saying. Go through all the assignments here, and they're not due until December the 2nd. And the other thing I think in the middle of saying was that that week of Thanksgiving we have some time off, so make sure that you catch up if you need to in any of your classes, right? One thing in terms of a announcement that I want to make is that we have our Fall Festival Feast next Tuesday, November 26th, the Central Site from 1 to 3:30. We want you to bring your family. We want you to come and eat some food. We're going to be cooking it for you. All your teachers and staff here at APS Online, we're all bringing in food that we've cooked ourselves. So, it'll be around, there'll be kind of like traditional Thanksgiving foods there, and there'll be some kind of untraditional Thanksgiving foods there. I guess not really Thanksgiving foods, just untraditional foods there. So please, we'd like everybody to come. It's not like there's going to be any assignments or anything. We just want people to come and relax and, have nice food and some conversation. So if you want to come, which I hope you all do, um, click on this RSVP here and you can write down who's coming. It's basically like your name and then how many people you're bringing. We need to know so that we have enough food for everybody. Okay? And the last announcement is I hope everybody's reading the counseling page because we have a couple announcements. For instance, we have new classes that are coming online next quarter. We have an intro to business. So for all you entrepreneurs out there, we have a design, an introduction to art class that we're going to start offering, and then we're going to have PACE. So anybody who has a job can get some credit for their work experience by doing a couple assignments that have to do with your job. Okay, so if you're interested in any of those things, let me know because I'm going to be the one that's changing your schedule. If you're watching this and you are a part-time student, you're in a different school, you have to let your counselor at your different school know, okay, at your particular school know. And then because all of the scheduling goes through that person. All right. And of course, there's the crafting club. I've been making a lot of announcements on this counseling page, so hopefully you're reading it, at least a couple of times a week, so that you know what's coming up. All right, that's the work for the week, guys. Have a great week, and it's snowing out there today, so stay warm and stuff, and hopefully we'll have a little bit better weather ahead. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you around.